Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. Let's stitch the Fitbit, shall we? As you guys saw by the title, we'll be playing with makeup, high-end makeup that I think is worth the money. I know, it's like one of those things because it's very personal preference, but these are products that I have and have used for quite a while at this point. I have a good opinion on them and I really think that they are worth it. So first, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. First, we're gonna go in with the Tarte Hydrating Base Tape Primer. This primer is $32, but I freaking love it. You can get it from Ulta, you can't get it from Sephora. Like Tarte and maybe Too Faced. I know like Tarte for sure, but I'm pretty sure Too Faced too. Like certain brands like will only put some products at Ulta, some products at Sephora. They won't be at both, but this is one of those. I love this primer. Hold on, we'll talk in a second. I don't know why I've been loving doing primer with a brush, but I had to give a huge shout out. I honestly think I'm missing one. I don't know, but I have a bajillion. I have a ton of these It Cosmetics brushes, so you can also get these at Ulta, I believe. And well, they're the It brushes for Ulta, so I know you can get them at Ulta. I don't know if Sephora has any, but I love these brushes. They're some of my favorite brushes. They're the ones who've like stood the test of time. These are like $20-something depending. You can get them on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty. But I always just try to pick one up when I can. When they're cute, like this one, this is like the heart one, I have to do it. So I'm debating, there's a star one that I haven't grabbed yet, but they come and go. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's not something that I'm gonna run to like collect them all. But if I have like the extra money, or like if it's my birthday, I definitely will like splurge a little bit, buy these, and they're so worth it. They don't shed, they don't break when I wash them. They really go the distance. So now we're gonna go with this primer. This primer is definitely just mostly a hydrating primer. It's really moisturizing though. My skin loves this stuff. It really does. I have dry skin, and obviously I do like use my morning moisturizer, but as far as makeup prep goes, this is one of the best ones because truly everything on top of it is gonna just look so good, so hydrated, smooth, and even it's genuinely just like the best primer. And again, I've tried a lot of primers in my life, and I always go back to a good old-fashioned just like hydrating one because I don't want it to add like glow all the time, and I obviously don't want it to be matte or anything. So I feel like this one's just a great one if you're on the market for it. They may have a mini, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't see a Tarte custom kit either this year or last year, or like in the last, I think, couple months that usually they would have done one, I think, or should be coming up. I don't know, but if they do one, then I would definitely pick this up as one of your products if you can. And then for foundation, we have the LYS, what are you? I never know. I think it's the Triple Fix foundation stick. I have the shade TN3. I definitely think this is like one of the best foundations that's come out recently. It's more medium coverage, natural finish. This one I think is like $23. I wrote it down. Hold on. Well, I added it to cart just to like give a peek-sees. It's actually $25, which I think is so good for this foundation. I know foundation sticks is not for everyone, but I definitely think that the formula of this is so like blendable and it works so nicely that I was gonna say you can't even tell that it's a foundation, but like really you can't. I was gonna say you can't even tell that it's a foundation stick, but obviously you could tell because it looks like a foundation. It's a stick form. But I mean like the finish of it. Like you would never look at the finish and be like, oh, that was a stick foundation. You know what I mean? Like it just melts into the skin so nicely. It blends so easily, and everything just like is so good about it. So I think the price tag is honestly like really good. Obviously there are some drugstore options, like the Milani specifically I think is very similar, but like for example the Milani is like $17 some places, and so I'm like, $17, like $25, it's really not that far apart, not as far apart as you would think. And so I think if you have the money, the space in your collection to grab this foundation. A great amount of coverage where it just covers like exactly what you want, but it's not like super full coverage. The finish is more of a natural finish, which I love. I think I said that already, sorry. But everything is just ticking all the boxes. I don't wear this like every single day because I don't always love like a more medium coverage, but if you put less like obviously product on it, it's gonna be a little bit less coverage. Like it could be a light like a light medium coverage to like medium. I wouldn't say full coverage. Maybe if you like really built it up. I've never tried it, but you know, somewhere in that range. Then we're gonna go with another, this one I've repurchased before. I've had minis, I've had so many, this has been in my collection so much, and for good reason. This is the Kosas Revealer Concealer. I really just, there's so many drugstore concealers, so many concealers that I just don't love the way that I love this one, and so honestly, like, this is just like the best concealer. I'll say it. I definitely think that, if you like have like something a little bit more hydrating on the other eye, under eyes, because this is not going to be matte. I also don't think it's full coverage. I think it is a more medium coverage, which I just really like. I think it makes my under eyes look healthy and fresh, and they look younger, more youthful. And not that my under eyes, I have that many like under eye bags or anything, but I still think that it just makes the finish just still looks so good. And I'm just going with the It brushes for Ulta. This is the Airbrush Flawless Complexion, but it's for like concealer. So this was for their like potted concealer, and this was to blend it out, but I just used this side to blend it out. And so it's honestly so good. I don't know if you can see my under eyes. Like they just have they have not looked this good since the last time I had this concealer. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, the Too Faced Ethereal Light one is really good too. Actually, I keep forgetting about that one because I used it up. But so that one's not, that one's pretty close second, I would say. But this one I still would like say I like more. That concealer's $32. That definitely was upped because it used to be 30 on the dot. It's hard to be like, oh yeah, you need that concealer, but I just think it's so good, and I haven't tried anything as good, and so I would definitely recommend it if you if money was no object. And I think that's what the fun of this video is that for some people they would prefer the drugstore products. Some people just prefer to buy the high end. I know there's a whole like YouTube channel. She hasn't, I think she was on and off for a while because I think she had a baby a little bit ago, and so it kind of just changed how she's posting, but her whole channel was dedicated to high-end makeup only. Like she didn't really use drugstore unless it was like super viral, and even then it wasn't every single viral drugstore product. So I know there's people who would prefer high-end makeup, so I think that's why this video is so fun. And then I do a lot of drugstore dedicated videos, so again, that was awesome. I'm just going in with the McGrath Blurring Under Eye Powder. I didn't know that this would be so good. I don't even know if you could tell how much, like how gross it is in there. I like feel like I use that a ton. And I think this is a really, like, for me, for my makeup, I don't wear makeup every single day. So I feel like it lasts a pretty, it's gonna last a really decent amount of time in my collection because I don't wear makeup every day. So I feel like for people who wear makeup every single day, it may be a little different if you're planning on using this every single day. But it's $35, and I think it is so worth it because you only use it under your eyes, so it's not gonna set your whole face. It's just for under eyes, and it just makes the under eyes look so smooth, so snatched. They look so good. Airbrush, now I'm saying like there's never fine lines and never wrinkles in my eyes. No, like they're creased. I'm human, I have creases, but I think it just looks smoother, and so it doesn't look like there's like product building any weird way. I think it just looks so perfect without looking dry, and that's like been my problem, is that sometimes the products like verge on too dry and I hate it, but this one is so good. And honestly, I use this with drugstore concealers, high-end concealers all the time because it's so good, and I do not have a dupe for this. Some of these products can be duped, I'm not gonna lie. But this one, absolutely not. I don't know where, I don't know how. Alright, we're gonna kind of do a weird thing, but so for a bronzer, I definitely think Makeup by Mara makes some of the best bronzers. I didn't realize the like skin enhancer that I usually use is like $30-something. I think it was like $36, something crazy, and I feel like that is really easy to use up, and so that's how I was like, okay, we won't like mention that one because I do feel like you use it pretty fast for the price tag, and like I hit pan on it, and it took me a while to hit pan on it, but usually I'm getting rid of something before I hit pan on it in my collection. That was the old me, not anymore. Now we're using stuff up and hitting pan on stuff, but I just, so for practically wise, I feel like it's just, you use it way too fast for the price tag. But I do think the Makeup by Mario Softsculpt shaping sticks are great bang for your buck. I think they're similar, like $34 or something like that, but these last so much longer. I feel like you get so much product. So this one here, I have the mini, and I wanted to I'll pop in a little picture of the little duo that I got, because I think this is like the most worth it. You can try the little mini duos, the little mini bronzers and a little mini blush for $30. Now I'm not breaking down like price per ounce, like it's probably more worth it to just buy the full size one. But I'm a mini girly because I think sometimes a mini is just like easier to use up. Like, I don't use up things all the time in my collection, and so I think the minis are nicer. So if you wanted to try it, I would go with this one. This one was what I would say is worth it, especially too because it's not going to go bad before you use it up. It shouldn't go bad before you use it up, whereas the big sticks I don't know, man. Those may be like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be able to use that one up. So I'm going to obviously try my best, but I definitely have obviously a better chance of using this one up. So I wanted to mention that, obviously just in case you're interested or you wanted to try it, because I know like Makeup by Mario is super viral, and like it's a brand that like people are always loving talking about, and so again I just think it's like so worth it. It does, again, it comes with a bronzer and a blush. So I have the shade here, Sweet Pink. We're just going to go in with a little bit of it because I have another blush that I want to put on top of it. But I just think the formula is so good that it's definitely worth the try if you can get your hands. I don't know how long, hands on it, I don't know how long the minis are going to be out. But I do think that, again, the full-size ones will last you forever and a day. But they may like go bad before you use them up, depending on how good you are at using up products. So it's kind of like that catch-22, but it may be worth it to get the mini for some, maybe worth it to get the full size for some. I really loved that they did the mini duos, and that's my favorite thing ever. So that's what I would say is worth it. Didn't add this on my carts, but I will throw in that this freaking brush, if you do not have this brush, let me see if I can look up the price real quick. It's $32. But it's so good. You get obviously two sides. It's F4. It's the F4 brush. I'm sure everyone and their mom, I think it's for foundation, but I use it for cream or bronzer and cream blush. You can use a smaller side for cream blush or concealer or foundation concealer. You know what I mean? Like, you can use it kind of however you want. But either way, I think it's so good. It's so high quality too. Again, there are no bristles falling off. I've washed this probably like, well, I'm not gonna give an estimate. I've washed this a lot since I got it, and like, it's not falling apart. There's no glue coming unstuck. Like, it is very high quality, and people love this for a good reason. Don't sleep on this brush, honey. I'm gonna switch over because I almost forgot to mention these brushes. The IT Cosmetics and Wicked brushes are literally so cute. I don't remember how much the set was. I definitely got it on sale. I could look it up in a second, but I definitely got them on sale, but it's so cute. So it does have like the little things in there if you know a Wicked lover. So cute. Obviously one pink, one green. This one you can obviously use for bronzer, foundation, concealer, kind of however you want. It's a little bit smaller than some of the foundation brushes, so that's why I usually use it for like contour, blush. And then this one I think you can use for powders as well as creams. I think I used it as creams the last time I used it, so we'll use it for my other blush today. But you can obviously use it kind of however you want, for blush, for bronzer, if you want to get under the eyes. Like, it's definitely a versatile brush, and the set is so cute. It's just so cute. Watch it say like, no longer available. So sorry. I'm so sorry. No, it's available, and it's on sale still for $27.65. So good. When it's originally like 30 something. Okay, so the other blush that I'm going to mix is the Huda Beauty blush filter in the shade Latte. I couldn't not mention this. I don't even know. I'm just going to pop it on. I just like love this freaking product. I couldn't not mention it because I couldn't not mention it. I had to mention it because it's so good. The formula is so good, and I also feel like obviously it is a little bit more like viral right now because it's new. It's Huda Beauty. People are obsessed with it. But I wanted to, like, you know, give my opinion out there, is so good. And I've talked about it time and time again, I feel like, on my channel, but in case you needed like the actual like full opinion, it is so good. It's easily, it blends so easily. The color is so perfect, especially for my skin tone, because I feel like it's the slightest bit rosy, so it does give you that like blush effect. But if you want to not put on bronzer or whatever, you can definitely like put it a little bit lower and it gives that bronzer kind of effect. And so I said like in the beginning that I wish it was a little bit like more bronzer-esque, but I scratched that. My true opinion is that I love the color and I think it's so perfect. And I wear this like all the time when I'm just like, I don't want to wear like a pink or anything like that. I want it to be like super natural. I wear this all the freaking time. And I think this is only like 20 something dollars, which, again, there are definitely like $10 blushes out there, liquid blushes that are superb, that I've loved, that I've mentioned, but if you are interested in you have a gift card or something, this one is $23, which I'm like, it's so good. It's so good. The finish of it is stunning as well. Like, looks so perfect. The setting powder we're going in with is, of course, well, let me get it. It's the Makeup by Mario Soft Surrealskin Soft Blur Setting Powder. I have the shade 3 Neutral Peach. I just moved the packaging because I didn't like this packaging. Sorry. But, here, this is from Amazon, and it got a mess anyway, so it's fine. But I think this powder is literally superb, superior. It is one of the best setting powders I've tried in the history of ever. And again, it's high end, so that's a big, like, being worth high-end price tag. It's not easy, I'm sure, because there are so many like high-end products, drugstore products even, but because this one is just so good, I had to mention it. I think it's $38, it's $40, $38, but it's literally so good, and you get quite a bit of product. Like, this product I feel like would last me up quite a decent amount of time. I just think it makes your makeup look smooth and set, but it will never look dry. Like, I probably could put pounds of this on my face and it never looks dry on my skin. Oh, it just looks so airbrushed, so smooth. Everything about it is so perfect. I have the shade, they're shaded, but I feel like it's like, obviously if you get like a super dark color on a super fair skin, then you'll be able to tell like the shades, but I feel like it's not super like, it's not meant to be over like super pigmented in my opinion, but depending on what you're looking for, I guess. I'm like, I don't know if some of you are like, Marissa, Kosas? I just feel like, I love my Kosas powder. Do not get me wrong. I just had recently repurchased it and I got the mini broke. And so it's like, not that it's in the hot seat. I love the Kosas powder so much, but I definitely think it's pricey. So I couldn't even like get myself to buy the full size the second time around. I just bought the mini, especially because it took me so long to use the first, the full size up. Well, I didn't even use it up. It took me so long that I would have taken me like probably 6 or 7 years at the rate I was going to use up that freaking full size. So I love that powder. I think it's worth a good amount of, I don't know. I would say get it on sale or get the mini. That's what I would say, because I love it. It's definitely like, I don't know. It's definitely been dethroned by the Makeup by Mario. I'll say it. It's been dethroned. And I truly do not say that lightly. Like, I love the Kosas. I loved the Kosas powder with all my heart. I've just been reaching for the Makeup by Mario more and the Pat McGrath more. Alright, I wanted to mention another little set. So you can't get this exact set right now, but I wanted to mention just the Laneige lip products. I definitely love, like, I think the best lip balm, so worth every single penny, is the Laneige lip sleeping masks. If you pay for the full size, I think they could be up to like $30, like $25 to $30, depending on which scent it is or how new it is. I feel like it changed, but these will last you for a freaking ever. Forever. They're massive. The real size, the big size, is like literally massive, and I love them so much. I think they're so worth the money. I will definitely repurchase. Like, here's the thing, I prefer the minis because I think you can try more and like have more variety. But if you're someone who like likes a scent and you'll stick to the scent for probably over a year, then I would go for it. But if you like the minis, they come out with like little mini scents every holiday. Right now they do have 2 different scents. One is the Berries and Cocoa Kisses. So it comes with a Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in the shade Berry, and then a lip sleeping mask in the shade Chocolate. And then they have a s'mores one, so they have the lip sleeping mask also in the shade chocolate, and then the lip glowy balm in the shade vanilla. So it just depends on what you're looking for. I have the peppermint and the candy cane ones, but I just think they're so freaking good. They're so good. So I would just get the sets if you like those scents or want those scents, or you can get a full size of either one. I would say they're so good. The lip glowy balms are so stunning. They're so glowy. They're so juicy. I'm literally almost done. I'm literally almost done. I think the holidays definitely is the best time to get them. But if you don't want to wait to then, these are so good. So good. I also think Tarte makes really incredible brushes if you can get them. Again, they're kind of like random, and they're like some are somewhere, some are other places, some are only on Tarte's website. Now I've got a lot of lip product on. But I feel like you can kind of just get them here and there if you ever see them. I would pick them up. They're super, super good. But for bronzer, we're gonna go with the Sephora bronzer, the matte bronzers in the shade. I have the shade Beach Bum Tan. Like, of course, these are I think like $16. Literally not that expensive. These are drugstore price. There's some drugstore bronzers that are more expensive. Yeah, $16. But I had to mention it because it's just so good. The formula is so smooth, so buttery. The smell is so good. Everything about it is just like yes, 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 yes. And so truly, if you've not tried this bronzer, I don't know what's stopping you, because I think that it is so good. And it's affordable for Sephora, you know, for high end. I don't even know if you'd call it high end, but it's at Sephora, so like what's the definition of high end? I don't really know, but it's definitely a great option if you have not tried it. Speaking of like Allie Dawson, I don't know if any of you watch, I've talked about her a lot though because I love her videos, but she like panned a whole one, and I'm like, then she's like, this is the best bronzer, and I'm like, yes girl, I agree with you, but hers obviously can prove it because hers is empty. Mine is still like kicking it real strong, but for me and my collection, just know that I love this. Alright, then we're going to go same collection, Sephora collection, colorful blush in the shade 27 Charmed. If you can find a shade that you like, this formula is so good. It never looks dry. It looks like matte, but not flat. And so I think it just looks so pretty. It works with a lot of other blushes and stuff. This one is a little bit more like, I don't even know what color you would call that, like more red-ish? I don't know, but I just think it looks so stunning. The formula is very easy to use. It's not too much, not too less, not too little. It's like the perfect combo of great things. So stunning. Unfortunately for setting spray, I didn't have one that I was like, yo, this, I can't believe this price tag is like this there was not one that I was like is worth the money. That's all I should say. I don't know why I tried to rephrase it. I didn't know, there was not one setting spray that I felt like was worth the money. This one is really good. I just think that there are other alternatives from the drugstore that are just as good. So I'm just gonna set my face with this because I need a setting spray. But I wouldn't say like run. This is one where I would say get the alternative from like drugstores or something like that. Like try a drugstore setting spray before this one. That's what I would say about it. But like if you ask me if this one's good like in and of itself, I would say absolutely. It's a great setting spray. It really makes your makeup just look so fresh. And it's not gonna like obviously mattify, but it's also not gonna be too glowy. Right now it just has to like kind of set down, but it's not gonna add glow or anything like that. So I appreciate that. But again, like the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray I think is just as good. Or I think e.l.f. has one. Like there are definitely options for you. The Grinch, always coming in clutch, always making a cameo. Unfortunately, similar to a brow pencil, I definitely think that there are plenty of brow pencils from the drugstore that are good, if not better than high end, or just as good, if not better than high end. I'm going with the Huda Beauty micro shade brow pencil. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. It didn't look like it was at Sephora currently. This brow pencil is so good. If this one was still at Sephora, I would definitely like say that this one is so worth it, because it's just like nothing is this micro. It's literally teeny tiny, and I love it because it makes brows so easy, like very precise and very sharp, and so I love that. But I don't think you can get it anymore, so I'm like, I don't know. There are great high-end brow pencils, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think the drugstore also has just great brow pencils, so it's like, why spend $27 on a high-end one, you know? Although I will say that the Benefit 24-hour brow setter I think is like so worth the money. I cannot believe like I lasted so long before repurchasing this because it's literally so good. I think it's just like the easiest brow gel ever. It's not too like slimy. I feel like it feels like it honestly feels like water or something very liquid, but it dries down so perfectly where your brows are not going anywhere. And so I just think it's so easy to use. I honestly like I don't mind. I was gonna say like, I don't know if I like it, but I don't know if I I don't have really that strong of opinion on the bristle. I think it could be a regular spoolie, but it doesn't matter to me. I think it works nice. I like it, and so definitely worth the price tag. Benefit brow products are incredible, and I like the Benefit brow pencil. I just think it's a regular brow pencil, you know, though. So I'm like, $24 versus like a $10 brow pencil, not the end of the world. But this brow gel is so good. It's definitely unique in my eyes, because it's a really hard balance, I feel like, between like brow laminations, but also like too crunchy brows, but also like not strong enough hold brow gels. Like I definitely think there's a special concoction, and Benefit done did it. I don't think I said the blush. The Sephora blush is $14. The Benefit brows $27. My gosh, there is minis, and I feel like you can get it in like kits and stuff. But I would still say spend the $27. I can't believe I spent that, but I would say spend the $27. It's still so good. But that's crazy. I think I gave the price of everything else. I just went in with the Tarte Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara. This mascara, I was thinking about it because I was like, this mascara could probably be like $50 and I would still say that it's worth the money. I just think it makes the lashes look so freaking good, and the fact that it's tubing just makes life so much easier. I literally do not wear mascara that much anymore because I haven't even bought any really new ones besides this Tarte one, because I just do not like taking off mascara at the end of the day. I hate it. I feel like it's runny everywhere, but this one just makes it so freaking easy. I love it. I feel like my lashes are not falling out, like everything. It just works so nicely. I think they look voluminous, they look lengthening, and this is like, I didn't even go full ham like on my lashes. Like if I was trying, they would look so good. I think this is the best mascara ever. That's a big thing, but I also feel like mascara is so personal, like very much personal, and so I genuinely don't like what's the word, like I wouldn't say like, maybe I shouldn't blanket it and say it will work for everyone or anything like that, because definitely it's so personal preference. First of all, like irritation, so personal preference. Some people may be irritated, some people may not be irritated by it, but also just like if your lashes are shorter than mine originally, like obviously it's gonna just look a little different. And so I feel like I've been disappointed by so many mascaras that people like hype up and love, but it's because we all have just such different lashes, and that's okay. Next we're just gonna go with the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut pencil. This is worth the hype, you guys. Worth the hype, worth the money. Let me do it real quick. Like I definitely just think the color is so stunning. Like, ugh. I was gonna say look at it, like I'm sure you're looking at it. It's just such a pretty color, and I think that it's again so worth it. It's $24 for a pencil. Now this one is a sharpenable pencil, so it doesn't twist up or anything like that, but I feel like I've sharpened this like maybe once since I've got it. Like I do not have to sharpen it often. I think the formula is nice and creamy, especially for a wooden pencil. It's really, really nice. The formula is long lasting too. It's really on there, but I really like this pencil a lot. And then we can go with the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, of course. I have the shade here, Vanilla Beige. I feel like I got something in my eye. The shade Vanilla Beige, and oh my gosh, you know, these are so good. Of course, ColourPop has their dupes, and ColourPop's dupes are so good, but I will still stand behind the fact that these are worth their money. They're so good. They look so good. They're so comfortable, and they're so juicy for just such a long time, which I appreciate too. I just think they're the perfect amount of everything. The perfect amount of moisturizing, juicy, even pigmented for my personal preference too, because I know some people like them to be a little bit more pigmented, but These to me are worth every single penny, every penny, and I will buy the next one when it comes out. I don't know when if there's coming up with a new one, I don't know, but I will buy the next one, and the next one, and the limited edition one, and the new holiday ones. Like, I will continue to buy and support them all. There are a couple that I don't have because those colors are not my favorite, but it's fine. You know, for the most part, I have like most of them, and I've at least tried every single one of them, so I think they're so good. Alright guys, here's the finished look. I definitely think like this is definitely more like a more like night out look for me. Like, it's definitely not like an everyday look because the coverage is super, super high. Like something a little bit more light coverage for my everyday. But I still think these products look so good. It's so perfect, so perfected. I think my skin looks smooth, airbrushed, but still a little bit hydrated. It doesn't look dry or any way, shape, or form. So I think it's just like checking all the boxes. I definitely think I have a little bit of blush blindness, but that's okay. We let it happen. Wow, we listen and we don't judge. It's just like 10s all around. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what high-end products you think are worth it, because I know I'm on a no-buy for a little bit, no buy, low buy situation, but I'm sure a lot of other people are as well. From what I've heard, a lot of other people are as well, so it's definitely like important to like kind of watch your purchases. So let me know what you think is worth it as far as high end, so I can, like, you know, keep my eye on things, but make sure that they're good products, you know? Come on, I trust you. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.